Hello and welcome back to another Air Weather video. Today we are talking about the sporadic thunderstorms from the Ohio River Valley moving into the northeast. So we're going to be taking a look at the NAM 3-kilometer model simulated radar. Starting off with early Saturday morning, we have a line of thunderstorms in the southeast from Kentucky all the way to Texas. That eventually dies out early morning, and we are left with some sporadic showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two, moving into the early hours on Saturday. Most of the precipitation being in the areas from northern New York all the way down the Appalachians into North Carolina and Tennessee, with the low pressure being up in Quebec and some more moisture up there. Then we move throughout the day, and by the afternoon we see another line of thunderstorms form from New York down to North Carolina, and that line of thunderstorms will grow southward, so areas such as eastern North Carolina, even parts of South Carolina and Georgia could get into some of the severe thunderstorms, as well as rolling east. And you can see that we have stronger thunderstorms from northern New York all the way down to South Carolina, and that pushes through New England very late Saturday into early Sunday morning. And by the time morning, right around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Eastern, we should start to see things clear out, but that is when the cold air starts to flood into the region, and with the low pressure being off to the northeast, we get some northwesterly winds, and that will bring some precipitation off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. So we do have some lake effect moisture there. Of course, it does not snow since it's too warm, but some lake effect rain bands that could be impacting areas of New York State and Pennsylvania. So in total accumulated precipitation, most of the rain will fall from Illinois and Tennessee all the way up through Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, most of upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. That's where most of the rain will fall, and the rest of the rain here in areas such as southern New England and parts of the mid-Atlantic will be very short-lived, but this is not a perfect representation of what will happen, as we could see some sporadic areas with very high amounts from those thunderstorms, even though they will be moving pretty quickly. So let's take a look at our final factor here, which is temperature. So as this cold front is moving through, we have plenty of cold air right behind it, and you can see that throughout the day today we see the temperatures in the region drop from the 70s and 60s all the way down into the 50s and 40s by Sunday morning. So the worst areas in terms of temperature Sunday morning is going to be in the Great Lakes region, as the cold front has already passed and the cold air is continuing to seep down into the Great Lakes region. Even some areas here we have 37, 39, even 35, so some very cold temperatures behind this cold front, as we are seeing some Arctic air flood into the U.S. the first time that has happened so far this fall, and is kind of a sneak peek of what we're going to be getting this winter. But eventually things do warm up going into Sunday, with areas across the eastern seaboard going into the 60s, areas inland in the 40s and 50s, and the plains in the 60s and 70s. But eventually things do cool down again, and we see the cooling effect now taking place in New England and the Northeast, and you can see some 40s, even some low 30s here in parts of well, not low 30s, mid 30s in parts of New York, New Hampshire, Maine, and so on. So that is all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. And I'll see you guys next time.